Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. And begin to slow down your breath. Feeling the movement created by your breathing. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out really long through your arms and legs, reaching out through your fingers and toes. And then interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Going to a deep flex, full point, and then a couple of big ankle circles. Go in both directions. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your left leg. And then release. Bend your knee and bring it across. Spinal twist. You can open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reaching away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in and take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close, a little jiggle or rock. And then straighten your left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times, big circles, both directions. And then bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the left and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across. Spinal twist, first with a bent knee. then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back. Bring your knees in, take a little circle or rock with your knees. Then drop your feet to the floor, getting set up for a little bit of core work. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take 2 more like this. Last one. And release down. Send your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale, head down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take 1 more like this. And then release and switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take 1 more on this side. And then switch again. Right leg high. This time take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. One more. And then release and switch again. Left leg high, right arm across. Last set. Last one. And then release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees in. Another little circle or rock. And then if it feels okay to do so, take a few rock and rolls on the length of your spine. So you can rock your knees to your chest, roll up, rock back and forth. And you can use the momentum of this rock to get a little lift through the hips, maybe even hovering the ankles. And then use this momentum to step or hop your way back to a high push-up position. Setting hands right under shoulders, whole body in a straight long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down. And then come into your back bend. This could be as low or high as feels right for you. Little baby cobra. Or coming up higher. Nice long neck. And then back to down dog. Take your time getting into each pose. Here you might pedal out your feet a little bit. Taking any movement that helps you explore. And then drop your knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left, and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table, come back through down dog, and then walk your hands and feet towards one another. Let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Taking any movement here. Maybe a sway or shake out. And then bend your knees a little bit more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Let's come up to the front of the mat into mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. And here, let's take 5 breaths. You could also come back to child's pose or sitting or drop to your forearms or knees. One more breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, settle in, sink low. And then grounded. Reaching long through straight back leg, through arms. One more breath. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. And with the upper body letting go, like ragdoll, let your head hang, let your neck release. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Arms up. Sink low. One more breath here. Release, hands to the floor or to your blocks, pyramid pose. We're going to straighten the front leg part way or all the way. You're welcome to adjust the distance between your legs and come up as high as you need to on your blocks. Going towards hips square, towards a flat back, towards folding. Last breath here. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog. You might take a vinyasa on the way. You might just step back. Move in the way that feels right for you. Take the time you need. Eventually finding your way back to down dog, and then take the left leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. Right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Settle in, sink low. One more breath here. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or do a couple blocks. Stretch that back leg as long as you can. And let your head release. One more breath. Step back. Warrior one. Feel free to adjust your footing, checking on the details of the pose. Last breath here. Release, pyramid pose, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. Going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. Meeting your edges right where they are. One more breath here. Let's release. Make your way back to a good resting pose. So you could take any movement transition. And then any neutral shape. More important than the shape. Come back to presence and ease. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Let's hold here a couple breaths. Hips low, head high, shoulders low, fingers high. Strong core supporting you. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog. Step your left foot just a couple of inches forward with the toes turned out. Reach your left hand back to hold the inside of your foot or ankle. Shift your weight into your left foot and lift the right leg up, rolling open through the right hip. Maybe even looking under the right arm. This is a precarious balance. If you start to lose it, you can always bring your left hand back to the floor, and then when you're steady, take it back to your foot. And falling is a good sign. It means you are playing right at your edge. So while you're falling or wobbling or balancing, can your breath be steady? Last breath here. Both hands to the front, step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Right arm high, left arm back. And then straighten the front leg, triangle pose, reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block, or the floor, pulling up through that top arm to create lightness, length. And then open the top arm back and tuck it behind your back. So back of your hand is at your lower back, or you might creep your hand around towards your right inner thigh. You can stay here or extend the bottom arm forward, following the line of your torso. Release, bend the front knee, half bound, extended side angle. Trying to roll that top shoulder open. You can stay in a half bind or reach your right hand on the inside for the left hand behind your back for a full bind. Look to the front foot and then step up to the front of the mat. Couple steps. You can reestablish your bind or let it go. Shift your weight into your left foot for bird of paradise, lifting the torso up. If you don't have the bind, you can approximate by bringing your left hand behind your back, right hand under your leg. In either case, you can go towards straightening that right leg. May not straighten, go towards it. Towards length, like a flower reaching for the sun. And then release. Let that go. Hang in ragdoll, little moment of rest. Slow down your breath. Toe heel the feet together. Bend your knees, come into chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. It's time from down dog. Step the right foot just a couple of inches forward, toes turned out. Bring your right hand back to hold the inside of your foot or ankle. And then lift the left leg up. Rolling open through the left hip, looking under your left arm. Can there be ease even when you're playing at your edge? Even as you might be falling, can your breath be steady and face relaxed? One more breath here. Release both hands to the front. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Open out. Warrior two. Flip the left palm. Reverse warrior two. Left arm high, right arm back. Straighten the front leg, triangle, reach out to come down. Try not to lock your left leg, keep it a little bend, pulling up through the top arm. And then open the top arm back behind you, taking your arm behind your back. If you did so on the other side, you might extend the bottom arm forward. Last breath. Release. Bend the front knee, half bound, extended side angle, or try for a full bind. Look to the front foot. Step up to it. You might reestablish your bind. You might let it go. Shift your weight into the right foot. Lift up, bird of paradise. Lengthening up towards the ceiling. And then release. Let that go. Hang and ragdoll. Any movement, any arm position. Let's lower the hips and come into a squat, Malasana. If your heels don't easily come to the floor, you might widen your stance or turn your toes out. You could also use props. You might sit on a block or slide a blanket under your heels. We're going to open up the knees using the elbows. And try and roll the shoulders back and down so the chest is nice and open. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that to the top, feeling the full length and space that you take up. And then release. Let's come back to a forward fold. Feet back to parallel. Again, any arm position. You could interlace your fingers behind your back. You could grab your big toes. Let's try crow pose. If you don't want to try crow, you can stay in your forward fold or come back to your squat. If you're trying crow, take a little step back from the front of the mat, plant the hands shoulder width apart. Bring the knees somewhere to the upper arms, anywhere from the elbows to the armpits, and then shift your weight forward. More weight in the hands, less weight in the feet. If your feet become weightless, you might lift them up. If they're not yet weightless, rather than trying to get them off the floor, see if you can be where you are, slow down, and maybe shift more weight forward. If your weight was in your hands, you can shift back to your feet. A little wrist release, either rubbing or circling, or sliding your hands under your feet for stand hand. Let's release and make our way back to down dog. If you want to take crow again, maybe work on hopping out of crow, you're welcome to. You can also just step back or take a regular vinyasa to get back. Just feel whatever it is you're choosing to do. From down dog, let's come into a pigeon pose on the right side. Slide the right knee forward, scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go. See if some support would be useful here. You could slide something under your hip or chest or forehead. Bring your upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your hip, move it out of your way so you can lean to the right, and let's slide the left knee forward, getting set up for half hero. Left knee points straight ahead, left toes point straight back. If you need some support in this, you might put a little something under the hips. You might add a little something under the ankle. You can experiment. Lean back, tuck the tailbone, trying to open up the crease on the front of the left hip. And you can stay on your hands, or you can explore coming lower, maybe just to your right elbow, could be to both elbows, could be all the way back. And at any moment, you might go deeper, you might back out a little, feeling where you are. To release, let's lean to the right or roll to the right. Straighten the left leg out and give a little rub to the knee or ankle, working out any tightness after that last pose. We'll make our way back to down dog. So you might take a vinyasa, might move in some other way. From down dog, left knee comes forward, pigeon pose left side, scoot back through the right leg. What is there to release here? You can check the places that tend to jump in unnecessarily, shoulders lifting, jaw, muscles around your eyes. Bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your left hip that's in your way, move it out of your way so you can lean to the left. Slide the right knee forward. Half hero on the right side. Making adjustments. Tuck the tailbone. To release, let's lean to the left or roll to the left, straighten the right leg out. Work out any tightness in your knee and ankle, foot. Let's take one last vinyasa, or movement transition, using this to integrate what we've done, even out the two sides a bit. And come all the way through to sitting. Let's get set up for a supported fish. So there's lots of ways to do this. I like to do it over a couple blocks. You could use something else, something softer, smaller, rolled up blanket, yoga mat, foam roller, cushion. Something is going to go behind the upper back. And depending on how high that thing is, you may want something else supporting your head. And make sure it's pretty high up the upper back, nowhere near the lower back where you already have a nice arch in this direction. We want to get to the part that tends to hunch forward. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight. If the first thing you try isn't working, try something else. Ideally, you're able to relax over your props. If it's too intense to relax, take it down a notch. Go smaller or softer. And you're welcome to stay here longer. If you're ready to release, one gentle way of doing so is to interlace your fingers behind your head and then lift your chin to your chest, taking the pressure off your props. You can lean to one elbow, move your things out of your way, and roll down. And just check in with your body. What's needed for you to feel complete in this practice? Is there any last pose or stretch or anything you want to do to finish up? Could be a yoga pose, could be some movement, could be a little self-massage, anything or nothing. Take the time you need with whatever you're doing. You can also adjust your clothing, grab props. I'm going to talk us through a little self-facial massage, so if you do want to join me for that, you can start getting your body ready to settle into a symmetrical, relaxed position. That could be Shavasana, it could be something else, symmetrical and relaxed. Take the time you need to get your clothing and props in order. Take anything off your face if you have stuff on your face. We'll begin by rubbing the palms together, getting some heat and energy in the hands. And then place your palms over your eyes, sealing out the light, and encouraging your eyes to not only close but relax back. Keeping eyes closed and relaxed, bring your fingertips to the center of your forehead and start to rub from the center of the forehead towards the temples. You can use your fingertips or your thumbs. Good firm pressure. Play around with how much pressure, see what you like. If you come across something that's tender, you might hold it with steady pressure, little circles. And then bring your fingertips to either side of the nose, getting into the sinus area, pressing and spreading towards the sides of the face. And working your way along your cheekbone, following your cheekbone to the side of your face where your jaw connects to your skull, finding that hinge joint right by your ear. You might open and close your mouth, seeing how it works, feeling around for pressure points. And then work along your jawline towards your chin. Give the chin a little pinch or press. And you can take the heels of the hands and make a couple of big circles into the cheeks, massaging the cheeks into the cheekbones and teeth. And then go back over any area that need a little extra work. Might give your scalp a rub, like a dry shampoo. Might give your neck and shoulders a little squeeze. When you're done, smooth over the face. Imagine you just washed your face and you're wiping away the water. Wiping away any last bit of tension. Shake it out of your arms. And then maybe finish with a little rub for your own forearms and hands after all that work. You can also check in with the rest of your body. Is anything needed before you settle into stillness? Eventually letting go. Letting go of the control of your breath, letting go of all the doing. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in and roll to one side. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.